Hey, how's it going out there? Okay, this installment is called. Uh, it's not. This isn't in sequence with the eating ones. This is called "Follow Me: The Simplicity of Working Out." All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over the basics of what you're going to need to do. Obviously, stay hydrated. I'm gonna talk about that a lot, so you might as well get used to it. Okay, so 365 basics simplicity of working out. All right, so what I want you guys to do is, as I said at the beginning, follow me. So I'm gonna take you on a stroll here. We're gonna go take a walk down. I want to show you some basic stuff that you can do here. Some things you're gonna need. Okay, starting off with this. This is upside down. Okay, this is just a simple spiral notebook that you can get at any stores, dollar store, or whatever, that you can use for your journal. Now, you can, if you like, I mean, it's up to you, totally up to you. You can get a regular workout journal that you can purchase at the store, at the bookstore, anything like that. That's your choice. Whatever's going to be convenient for you, so to speak, to get what you need to get done. All right, now, now these are things you don't necessarily have to have that I'm about to show you right now. So take a good look as I go around here. But these are some of the things that I had to work with, and you work with whatever you have to work with. As far as workouts go, you decide what you want to do for a workout is the best way to go at the beginning. Now, of course, I will make suggestions on certain things that you need to do, but the main thing is don't overdo it the first time. Uh, Use what you have. You don't need to go out and purchase a whole lot of different things. If you have items in the house that you've already purchased that you haven't used and it's been using as a coat rack or whatever, it's time to bust them out, dust them off, and use them. I mean, because the reality of it is that there are tons and tons of different types of workouts that you can probably come up with and do out there on the market today. Uh, and well, I won't even try to name them all. I mean, there's obviously tons of them, and some of them will work, some of them won't. It really just depends on what you really want to do. But I want to talk about is keeping it simple today. Okay, uh, what you want to do basically in a workout is you want to um, exert energy more than you normally do. You want to you push yourself to the envelope limit of where your endurance is and your strength is right now. Okay, in order to get yourself to expand and grow past that point. Okay, so these are some of the items that I have access to right at the moment. Okay, that I use. Okay, all right. So here we go. Let's pan down here. You can kind of see weight bench. Let's see there. I got an easy curl bar here on the floor. Let's see. So yeah, there's those are some of the basic items I have, and then of course you got the most important, me. All right, so and as time goes, I'll probably add to these. These aren't actually my equipment. It's not mine. My son's. Uh, yeah, he allows me the pleasure of using his equipment whenever he's not using it. All right, so he goes to the gym on base anyway, so yeah, he uses whatever. But for me, I try to keep it simple with a workout. Okay, I mean, you go with the basic. Start off with a very simple workout, upper body, lower body. Make sure you do lots of stretching and warming up beforehand to make sure that you don't overextend yourself. Here's what most people do: is they get gun ho about a workout. Let me go somewhere where the visibility is a little bit better. They get gun ho about a workout, and what happens is they overdo it. Okay, where's my lights? If I flip the switch or something. You just love real things. Okay, anyway, so as I was saying, is some people overdo it during a workout, and they don't realize it, and you really won't realize if you've overdone it until like the next day. I don't like that TV. I'll just have to hold you in my hand. All right, so the next day or the day after, you get what's called DOMS, delayed onset muscle syndrome. Okay, DOMS, yeah, delayed onset muscle syndrome. No, I don't know how to spell all of the words, but you figure it out. Anyway, you can Google it online and it'll tell you more about it. Uh, gotta love the information highway. Um, so that's when you really realize that you've overdone it. Is when you start feeling soreness in your muscles, and I mean, you're gonna feel sore, but when you get to the point where you're really just hurting and you can't function properly or do what you're supposed to do, on a daily basis, then you've overdone it. Okay, and that's what we don't want. That's why it's called baby steps. So what you want to do is you want to take those baby steps. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, this is a process. Okay, this is that's what's called 365. It's not a 90-day program. It's not a 30-day program. It's not a 10-week program. It's not a get it in and get thin in 10 program. All right, it's 365. We're going to slowly progress in realistic terms to get us to a point where we can have a lifestyle change. All right. So here's another idea for a workout that you can do. I like yoga. Yoga. When I was down in Belize, uh, we had a great yoga instructor, Marla. She was down there, and she did yoga class. I didn't get to go to as many as I wanted to, and but I really, really did enjoy doing those classes. I mean, you talk about hard at the beginning, but you get limber, you get stressed out, you get loosened up, and that really helps, especially if you end up overdoing it the first time with weights and stuff like that. Then that gives you something. But don't forget also that'll give you a cardio workout too, especially if you're not used to it, which is very important. In fact, it's paramount. Okay, cardio is very, 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 very. Did I say very important? Okay, now saying that, don't overdo the cardio either. All things in moderation. Okay, just remember that. And I'm gonna just sit right here, and let's do this. I'm trying to figure out the best way. I'm shaky. All right, hang on a sec. I lost you. No, I didn't lose you. You didn't lose me, but I lost you. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I can see. All right, so I'm gonna sit right down here. I got you guys up on the workout bench here, and we'll angle the camera down so we can get this real. All right, so don't worry, this will get better as we go on through the year because I'll get better equipment, and who knows, maybe even a camera person, besides myself, and I'll script it a little bit better as well. This is kind of on the fly right now. I'm just kind of getting things started. What was I saying? Don't overdo it. All things in moderation, definitely. You got to make sure you keep that in mind when you're doing these things. Um, I am going to do a workout here shortly myself. At this point in time, I don't want to take you through my workout with me, and the only reason why I say that is because one, it isn't going to take me that long to do, but it will be a little bit longer than one of these YouTube videos will allow me to post. And two, um, I don't want you to get hung up on what I'm doing so much as far as workouts. I want you to come up with some creative ways to do your own workouts and to put something together for you. Later on down the line, yeah, I'll even be willing to set up a workout plan, and we can kind of go over a couple of different ideas and on the videos of different type of workout plans. Maybe in about 6 months or so, after you've kind of gotten into the habit and gotten into the what's working for you and what's not. If you have any questions, though, you definitely feel free to comment, and please don't forget to subscribe. Did I say please subscribe? Okay, please. Um, so as far as workout, yoga's good, weightlifting's good, cardio, running outside. Really, think about your body more better than I do. I mean, because look, really, I don't know you. You don't really know me. We're just kind of video buddies. So you know what you're capable of doing. I mean, if you've got joint issues, then you want to go low to no impact. Uh, I taught water aerobics when I was down in Belize also. That was a fun time for all we in this no impact. I mean, because you're in the water or very, very low impact, if anything. And that was really good for a lot of people. And also, I recommend again yoga. But when you're talking about cardio, walking is less impact than running. And if you keep your pace up during the walk, you get an excellent cardio workout from it. Throw in a couple of hand weights with that, and boom, you got your workout going for the day. Just starting out. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate or complex. It just has to be whatever gives you exertion to burn those extra calories. Okay. Now I can post a list on here if you want, and I probably will at some point, um, of how much calorie you burn per depending on what exercise you do, and that might give you an idea of what you want to do for your exercises. Now, have you got your goals written down yet? That's important because I mean you need to know what you're striving for. Otherwise, you won't know how to work out, what direction to take. I mean, let's give you an example. Okay, let's say you want to just strictly pretty much lose weight and tone up, or something like that, and you don't want to gain a lot of size or anything like that. Okay, well, the first thing, especially if you're a lady, the first thing that people say is they get the fear of bulk up. Women do. Okay, I don't want to go to the gym and lift weights because I don't want to get too bulky. Okay, well, you probably heard this thousands of times recently. Um, it's not going to happen. I mean, unless you want to be a bodybuilder, you're not going to do it. Okay, and the reason why is because genetically speaking, you don't have the hormones to do it. Now, a lot of those women you see out there, um, well, to put it quite frankly, um, not counting the natural bodybuilders, a lot of them are on some type of enhancement drugs or something like that causes them to be able to put on more size. So basically, they're introducing additional or more hormones. I mean, yeah, women, you have testosterone in your body, but you don't have enough to create the bulky size that you see on most women bodybuilders. Okay. Now, of course, there's always exceptions to the rules. Genetics do play a part in it. Yes, they do. But be yourself. Be natural. Start from there. And if later on down the line you feel like that's something you want to do, then by all means, I don't judge anybody because I don't want anybody judging me. Okay, I'm not perfect, and I know nobody else out there is. Only one perfect person ever walked this earth, and he's Jesus Christ, and you guys know how I feel about that. And if you don't, you will, because that's part of this process too. 365, remember. Okay, that being said, I think it's time for me to work out. And I think the next segment we'll probably get back to talking about food. Hey, at some point you're gonna actually get to watch me cook. Ooh, Food Network, watch out. The next Muscle Food Network star coming up. All right, well, check it out. Um, I'm gonna try. I'm really trying to work on getting my cardio and doing stuff. I do have a goal set. One of my goals is up here in Washington State. They have what's called the Bloom State Run, and they do it every year. And I promised, myself and my son years ago that one of these times, because I've never done it before, as I was going to run the race with him. Well, he's 18 now. Okay, I'm not. So, in about 3 months' time, 3 or 4 months. I think it's in April or it might be the first weekend of May. I'm getting confused. I'll have to ask. And but anyway, I've got about that amount of time. I need to really find out so I can put that down as my goal. You should have specific goals, not just general goals. But I need to find out when that is because I want to set the goal to be able to not just start that race, but to complete that race, and not just complete that race by lumbering across the line and just passing out at the end, but to actually have a good showing at the race. That's my goal. I mean, I'm doubtful I'm going to be able to keep up with an 18-year-old at 42. Yep, I'm 42, and by then I'll almost be 43. So, um, but hey, you never know. I might be able to do the extraordinary, but that's my goal is to get to the best shape I can between now and then so that I can complete that. Now, coming from a low altitude to a high altitude is going to play in part on my cardiovascular training and my lung capacity and all that kind of stuff. My VO max is all going to be different, but that's terms and things you don't need to really worry about. That's personal training stuff coming out. All right, but I'll get it done, and I'll keep you guys posted. And if I can, and I can get a mobile camera to go with me, I'll take you guys with me on the run. Wouldn't that be awesome? We won't do the whole thing. I'll edit it in, of course, so you're not watching the whole however many miles it is, me panting and go, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. I'm going to cough up a lung. No, you don't have to listen to all that. All right, so anyway, so that's what my goal is. What's your goal? Tell me your goals out there, everybody. I would like to know what you're planning on doing over this 365-day period. What transitions you want to make in your life? Who you want to be this time next year? It's important. Those things I like to know, and I want to support you just like I'm asking you to support me by subscribing. No, in this endeavor. So please allow me to be your support system partially here. You know, and answer any questions that you may have. I mean, I may not be able to get to all the questions on here, but since I don't have a whole lot of subscribers right now, I'm sure you could probably get your question answered. All right, so if I don't answer your question on here in a time, just resubmit it again for me because I really want to make sure I try to get everybody's questions answered, even if I don't answer it verbally on here on the camera. But I actually, I may respond to you personally or with a message or something in the category box down there, however this thing works. I'm still learning. It's a process. It's a fun process, but it's still a process. Okay, so I got to cut this short. TikTok on the clock. Well, you guys all be blessed out there. And remember, 365 to stay alive.